So I like tech, but I am not going to be the first person to receive a Neuralink brain implant. But apparently the first person who did is recovering well. Well, I got to tell you, this is one thing I will not be doing. I like tech, right? I'm not a first mover on a lot of things. I just got a Tesla, but Teslas have been out for over a decade now. I've got an iPhone 13, which is like 3 years old at this point. So I like tech, but I am not going to be the first person to receive a Neuralink brain implant. But apparently the first person who did is recovering well. Initial results show promising neuron spike detection, according to Elon. We just covered a story about Elon getting his $56 billion compensation package stolen from him. And now we're looking at this, right? The first human to receive Neuralink did so on Sunday and is recovering well. Neuralink announced on Sunday it was holding open recruitment for the first in-person clinical trials. Ugh, gives me the heebie-jeebies, right? In the announcement, the study would evaluate the safety of the company's compliant N1 and surgical robot R1 implant, not compliant. Company's implant and surgical robot were all assessing whether the device helped paralyzed people control external devices with their thoughts. The tech mogul also tweeted that the first version is called Telepathy. Telepathy? Oh yeah, that's probably it. Explaining that it enables people to control their phone or computer and through almost any device just by thinking. Initial users will be those who have lost their ability to use their limbs, right? And he says that if Stephen Hawking would have used it, he would have been able to communicate faster than any typist or auctioneer. That's pretty cool, right? While I am not going to be the first person to use Neuralink, I think the applications of it could be pretty outstanding, right? I think about people with artificial limbs, right? And how they can move their limbs. I got a story to tell you real quick. Back in my day, my very first job was working at a gas station. And we sold lots of lottery tickets at the gas station, of course, like you do. But there was always this one old man who had a hook on one of his hands, right? That was his hand. I don't know his story, but I know he loved to play lottos. And dude would sit there, he would buy the ticket, put it on the counter, and then with his hook, just scratch it off. And I never understood how he would, it was like a two-prong hook. I never understood how he was able to open and close his hook. But I know that there's all kinds of prosthesis out there that like really move and do some really amazing things. And I could imagine implanting with Neuralink and whatever else could be a really significant milestone in the way that it helps those patients and those people live an easier and more successful life. And let's take a look at what the AI trading data has to say about a medical equipment supplier, AbbV. We got a sell signal back on December 22nd. So if you are an AbbV shareholder, now may be the time to be looking to take those profits and look for the next run and maybe a different stock. In fact, if you were an AbbV shareholder following these signals, you'd have seen a 75.20% return following the outlier signal. So I love sharing this because I love to see how well this works. And I like to share it with you. And if you want to get your hands on this, you can get it for one very, very low price, and it will have lifetime access to Outlier. So head over to OVTLYRdeal.com to get that lifetime access while it's still going on, because it will be going away soon. So let's see what the internet says about this, right? The first human, Elon says, the first human received an implant from Neuralink yesterday and it's recovering well. Initial results show promising neuron spike detection. Not Jerome Powell says, I need an implant for my printer. And it says, here's the thing though. When your Neuralink chip gets hacked, you're never going to give it up. Never going to have the brain implant in your head. Yeah, it's going to be Rickroll all day, every day. What's the objective of this particular implant? To be like in the Matrix and download Kung Fu? I don't know. That sounds like it'd be pretty useful. I think it would be, you know, when you think of the Matrix out there, a lot of what Elon is doing is trying to build up the Matrix. Listen, I am and always will be an Elon fan, so I'm curious to see where this goes. But I'm going to be one of the last people that gets Neuralink. I don't know about you. But do click one of these two videos. YouTube thinks you're going to love to watch more, and I'll see you on the next Outlier Live.